Hello and greetings to our lecturer, Madam Nur Azima binti Jasni. Today, we will be presenting about the Malaysian Sustainable Palm Oil Certification or MSPO. But before that, we would like to introduce ourselves. My name is Pedro Daniel Lajiri.
Hello, I am Rosahi.
And I am Jandri JR Jinisanti.
Without further ado, let us begin our presentation with the introduction of MSPO.
Assalamualaikum and good day to our beloved lecturer, Madam Azima. Today we will present about Malaysian Sustainable Palm Oil 2.0. So without wasting any time, let me start with introduction. The Malaysian Sustainable Palm Oil or MSPO is a national certification scheme introduced in 2015 and become mandatory in 2020. This means all palm oil producers in Malaysia must now follow its standards. The main goal of MSPO is to make sure the palm oil industry in Malaysia is sustainable in three main areas: environmental, social, and economic. This includes protecting the environment, taking care of workers and communities, and ensuring the industry stays profitable. MSPO covers the entire supply chain, from the plantation where oil palm is grown to the mills where the oil is processed. By following MSPO standards, every part of the process is checked and improved to reduce negative impacts and increase benefits. This certification also supports Malaysia's global image as a responsible palm oil producer, showing our commitment to sustainability and helping our palm oil compete better in international markets.
So, I will be presenting about the issue with national policies and MSPO. So, the first key point is regulatory overlaps. So, one major challenge lies in the overlap between various national regulations. So, as example, a palm oil producer might receive directives under the Environmental Quality Act 1974 Act to limit the use of uncertain agrochemicals, while the Malaysian Palm Oil Board MPOB Act requires detailed yield reports that are harder to achieve without these inputs. So, this places growers a dilemma, which complies with one regulations that could mean violating one another. So, for the second key point is awareness gap. So, a critical gap exists in the awareness of MSPO among smallholders. So, for instance, a smallholder in Sabah growing oil palm on less than 5 hectares may not even know that MSPO certification exists, let alone that this could improve the access to the financing or training. So for the third key point is limited international recognition. So compared to global standards like RSPO or ISCC, MSPO still struggles with international recognition. So, for example, European buyers often demand RSPO certified palm oil and may reject MSPO certified products as not meeting their sustainability needs. So, for the fourth key point is support challenges. So while subsidies and government supports are available, they are often limited, delayed, or poorly targeted. So For example, a grower in Kelantan who applies to, for instance, through the MSPO incentive scheme, they may wait for a time, then they will only receive the funds for fertilizer when they are actually need training or audit for fee support. So such mismatches make the support system will be less effective in encouraging certification among those who need the incentive the most. So now I will be continuing for the implementation challenges of MSPO. So for the first key point is high compliance costs. So to achieve and maintain MSPO certification incurs high compliance costs, especially for smallholders. So for example, a smallholder must pay for audits, consultants, and to prepare documentation and possibly upgrade their waste management practices to ensure the MSPO certification. So this could cost upwards to maybe around RM 5,000 per year, which is a significant burden for a smallholder company who is earning around 20,000 annually from the oil palm production. So now let's jump into the second key point, which is poor traceability. So effective certification requires a strong traceability system. So for example, if a palm oil mill buys palm fruit from multiple sources without properly recording the purchase history, it will become nearly impossible for them to verify if the supply chain is MSPO compliant. So for the third key point is technical support shortage. So MSPO certification depends heavily on a strong technical guidance, but there is a shortage of trained personnel, especially extension officers. These officers are expected to help smallholders with compliances, training, and documentation management. So when support is limited or not enough, smallholders struggle to meet these standards, which will create a major obstacle in the certification process. So last but not least is resistance to change. So many smallholders will still follow the traditional farming methods that don't align with MSPO standards. So this resistance is often due to cultural familiarity or traditional familiarity, lack of current information, or fear of reduced yields. So without consistent outreach and training, adopting these new practices will remain a challenge and will slow down the progress toward sustainability goals.
While implementing MSPO, especially under the new 2.0 versions, comes with several practical challenges, particularly for smallholders and independent operators. But there are 5 key strategies that can help overcome this obstacle. First strategy is by integrate policies. One common issue is the complexity caused by overlapping national laws and certification requirements. By harmonizing MSPO standard with existing policies such as environmental, labor, and land use regulation, it can help to reduce redundancy and confusions. This will make it easier for stakeholders to understand what is required and reduce compliance fatigue. Second strategy is capacity building. Many smallholders are still unfamiliar with what MSPO demands, so it's critical to invest in nationwide training programs. These should be customized based on local need, deliver in local language, and focus on practical skills like proper record keeping, environmental practice, and labor rights. The goal is to make compliance understandable and achievable. Next is enhanced incentive. Compliance can be costly. Although the government provides support, many smallholders still struggle to access this benefit. What's needed is more streamlined and transparent support mechanisms, such as easier application process, quicker disbursement of funds, and targeted outreach to those in rural areas. Fourth is leverage technology. Digital tools can reduce the burden of certification. For example, using mobile apps for data logging or traceability software can help smallholders manage documentation more efficiently. These tools can also help certification bodies verify compliance more easily, improving transparency across supply chains. And finally is boost market visibility. Even with national compliance, MSPO still lack international recognition. So, to change this, we need a strongest global promotion through trade missions, diplomatic effort, and collaboration with international buyers. If MSPO is positioned as a credible, sustainable brand, it will open more market access for certified producers. So, to conclude all these 5 strategies, policy integration, practical training, stronger incentive, digital tools, and global visibility are essential to ensure that MSPO become not just a certification requirement, but a valuable asset for Malaysia's palm oil industry.
Now we move to MSPO role in national policies. MSPO plays an important role in supporting many goals for Malaysia, such as supports the National Agro-Food Policy, which is NAP. MSPO supports the goals of Malaysia's National Agro-Food Policy by encouraging better and safer farming methods. It helps farmers follow guidelines that improve productivity while protecting the environment and ensuring food security. Second, promote sustainable agriculture practices. Through MSPO, farmers are guided to use sustainable practices like reducing chemical use, managing waste properly, and conserving natural resources. This helps protect the soil, water, and biodiversity for long-term farming. Third, supports climate commitments. MSPO plays a part in Malaysia's climate action by reducing harmful emissions, protecting forests, and encouraging greener operations in the palm oil industry. This helps Malaysia meet its promises to fight climate change. Fourth, contribute to climate goals and sustainable development goals. By improving environmental protection, social welfare, and fair economic growth, MSPO contributes to Malaysia's climate goals and supports global efforts under the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. For the point 5, drives rural development. MSPO includes smallholders in the certification process, giving them better access to training, support, and markets. This helps increase their income, improve their farming practices, and develop rural communities. Last, for MSPO role in national policies, enhance competitiveness. With MSPO certification, Malaysian palm oil is seen as more responsible and high quality, which makes it more attractive to buyers around the world. This helps strengthen Malaysia's position in the global palm oil market.
To conclude, the Malaysian Sustainable Palm Oil Certification or MSPO remains a vital pillar for achieving a sustainable, ethical and competitive palm oil industry in Malaysia. MSPO is designed to strengthen environmental protection, improve social responsibility and promote good agricultural practice across the sector. Its implementation support Malaysia's commitment to sustainable development while securing long-term market confidence. Despite its benefit, several key challenges continue to affect its effectiveness. This includes overlapping regulation, limited awareness among smallholders, and restricted access to necessary resources such as training and funding. These barriers can slow adoption and reduce overall impact if not properly addressed. To move forward, it is important to align MSPO standard more closely with national policies and existing regulation to avoid duplication and improve clarity. Greater support must also be directed towards smallholders through simplified procedure, capacity building initiative, and financial assistance to ensure inclusive participation. Additionally, stronger international promotion is needed to raise the visibility and global credibility of MSPO. With this measure in place, MSPO has the potential to secure Malaysia's leadership in sustainable palm oil production while ensuring the long-term resilience of the industry. Before wrapping up our presentation, I would like to share a quote for us to remember. Standards are not just rules, they are shared language of quality, trust, and accountability. So, that's all from us.
Thank you.